Today, the Fortnite Season 2 trailer is here. We're about to react to it and show you guys every single secret you missed. The Dark Voyager has arrived. Oh my gosh. This is shaping up to be the best Fortnite season of all time. Reality 7021. I'm gonna explain all of this later in the video. Goodbye. Oh my goodness. This is one of the best trailers I have ever seen. But there's so many secrets that we gotta debunk. And the Dark Voyager. Fish Stick will return in Fortnite Showdown. Fortnite Showdown Chapter 7 Season 2, starting only 6 days from now. Now let's talk about everything you guys missed, starting with the fact that this is finally the first ever look of the inside of the Dark Harvester, and it looks absolutely insane. It is huge. Right away from the first second of the trailer, we go back and play it extremely slowly. You can see a brand new SMG that's never been in Battle Royale. Now, if you go a little further, there's some text that needs to be translated. All of these words are words obviously not in English that can be translated. As you can see, every letter here is a letter in English. And here's every translation. Sprite Utopia, meaning that's sprites. And Fortnite Chapter 7 Season 2 are making their return. Water spray composition. Nick A30, close your ears. This is absolute. That is an actual translation. Over here, we have a zoom up of a 0-point shard. Analysis, reality 7021. Location, depth, biomass composition, 0-point energy. The Dark Harvester is doing everything he can to get those 0-point shards. Now, let's go back to the trailer and tell me when you noticed it. We obviously saw the 0-point shard on the right. The Dark Harvester goes to a different reality. And as you can see now, it says the exact same thing, reality 7021. This Fortnite skin is fishing. And well, the Dark Harvester located a 0-point shard inside of the water. And boom, there it is in Atlantis. And not only does he take the 0-point shard, but he takes Atlantis with him. Oh my gosh. Now, if you look under the boat and you find Atlantis, Coral Castle, whatever you want to call it, obviously the 0-point shard being there, you would think that they are very upset that the 0-point shard is gonna be gone. Obviously, they were using the power of it for something, right? Well, it looks like the Dark Harvester is sucking up the 0-point shard along with the water, but that's actually not what's happening. They're literally using the 0-point shard as a way to block off that hole and keep the water there. And now that the 0-point shard is gone, so is the water. I guess the fish aren't so smart after all. Now, obviously, in the last few months, we've noticed that the Dark Harvester has been trying to find different 0-point shards. For whatever reason, if you've been living under a rock, this is the Dark Harvester who's been above Lethal Labs for months, or I'd say about a month. And this is the first event that happened a few weeks ago. The rift above the Dark Harvester opens up, and the Dark Harvester mysteriously disappears. We had no idea what was going on. We had no idea what it was doing. This is a different reality in Fortnite. And there it goes. It's completely gone. And we thought, okay, you know, that's kind of a weird event. All what happened was the Dark Harvester went away. And some people even thought Fortnite was running out of ideas because right after that, just 2 days later, here's what happened next. And everyone thought, okay, Fortnite's running out of ideas. The Dark Harvester's gone. The Dark Harvester's back. Can they make the decision? Why are they doing this? But the entire point of it was that the Dark Harvester is leaving the Fortnite island, going to different realities, gaining those 0-point shards back because the Dark Harvester wants the entire 0-point rebuilt. And once it's rebuilt, it can harness the power of the 0-point, and some really, really bad things are going to be happening next season. And there it is. The Dark Harvester is now back. But not only is it back, it took another 0-point shard with it. This is crazy. And not only did it come back out of the rift, oh my goodness, back above Lethal Labs it goes, with just another shard to its name. Craziest part is the Dark Harvester has a lot more work left to do. This is what he has so far of the 0 point, obviously. Now, on top of all of this, players will be immune during Saturday's story moment. Head to Lethal Labs for a new story moment at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday. As the Dark Voyager's plans unfold, players will be immune to damage for the first few minutes so you can enjoy the story moment. Here's a leak of what's going to be happening on this Saturday. Orb Shock Sequence. The 0 point shards are all together under the Dark Harvester, but now it's going to get shocked and activate the 0 point once more. This looks insane. Oh my gosh. And boom. Not only is it activating the 0 point, but this is going to look very familiar to something we've seen before. Holy, so much energy of the 0 point being harnessed. But not only that, look at all of the rifting and all the glows from the 0 point. Does that look a little familiar to you? On top of all of this, we can see all the reality rifts, 2 different Fortnite maps, different Fortnite realities. This is absolutely crazy. This is beautiful looking, but this looks very familiar to something we've seen before. Not only is there that reality, there's another one with the lighthouse. This looks like the Atlantis location, the Atlantis reality where everything's gone now. And here's the third one on the Fortnite map as well. Now, if we go back to the Fortnite Chapter 7 trailer from 3 months ago,
0 point has secretly connected civilizations.
we can see Atlantis, which is what we just saw again.
For over 1,000 years, the Imagine Order controlled the 0 point,
And now it's gone, but it's coming back.
Seven heroes came together
And
to
there's
battle
the
the
seven
Imagined Order
who are
and
finally
free the 0
back
point.
in Fortnite.
The conflict ended with the 0 point shattered and strewn across all
All the
realities.
different shards went to different realities, but now the Dark Harvester is able to get them back.
Is unknown.
We had no idea the 7 were coming back. And with the exploded 0 point all throughout different realities, and the Dark Harvester getting them all together for evil is really bad, but good thing the 7 are back. But interestingly enough, what if I told you this is not the first time we've seen Reality 7021 in a trailer? Right here with the boat, this looks extremely similar to something from years ago. If you go all the way back to Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 3, this is how far it is going. We have Midas, not on a boat, but on a raft. And this just looks so similar because obviously in this season we had Atlantis, and that's where one of the 0 point shards ended up going, to a different reality. We obviously all know that Fortnite has had 7 different maps, 7 different worlds, and throughout all of these worlds, throughout all these realities, different 0 point shards went throughout all of them. Now this is just a theory, but what if in Fortnite Chapter 7 Season 2, in either a live event or something related to the 0 point in the Dark Harvester, what if we are going to be traveling throughout all the different realities, all the different chapters together, and we watch the 0 point come back together once and for all? Looking back to the Zero Crisis event, these are very similar glows. Not only that, there are reality waves as well. It turns out this entire event was literally foreshadowing 2026 Chapter 7 Season 2. Subscribe if you're excited for Fortnite Season 2.